You're gonna spread your wings, you take to the sky. Until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mama standing by. Man, I'll tell you what, she is a joy to my heart. So,
She's got a voice on her nose.
I just want to say a thank you to the folks of Shelton who've made Dottie and I feel so especially warm and welcome in this community. I've never lived in a place where I felt like I was at home, like here. I appreciate that. I doubt there's 10 people that have ever heard this song. Oh, the fox went out on supper night, many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, he had many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. It's called The Fox. He ran till he came to the farmer's pen. There were the ducks and the geese therein. He said, "One of you boys is gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. One of you boys is gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh." Well, he grabbed the gray goose by the neck, slung the duck over his back. He didn't mind, quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. Oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. Oh. Well, old Mother Flipper-Flopper jumped out of bed, ran to the window and stuck out her head. She cried, "John, John, the gray goose is gone and the fox is on the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. John, John, the gray goose is gone and the fox is on the town. Oh." Well, he ran till he came to the fox's den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10. They cried, "Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town. Oh." Well, the fox's wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and a knife. And they never had such a feast in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a feast in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. You know, as a bone doctor, I appreciate that song. I don't know if you got a kick out of it or not. Okay. And the other day I was in the hospital, and one of the nurses walked up to me and said, "Would you mind putting your John Henry on this order form?" And I thought to myself, you know, John Henry, he was actually from Cincinnati. He was an illiterate railroad worker. The guy with the fancy signature, you know, if you've read the Declaration of Independence, who was that? Hancock, right? John Hancock, not John Henry. I was often wondered about that. But here's the deal, folks. Has anybody ever heard a song made for John Hancock? When John Henry was a little baby, he was sitting on his mama's knee. But he picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. This hammer's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. Hammer's gonna be the death of me. Well, Mr. Peabody bought him a steam drill. He took to the end of the track. He says, "We're going to have a test to see who is the best. And if the steam drill wins, the rest of you can pack, Lord, Lord." Well, John Henry said to the straw boss, well, a man ain't nothing but a man. But before I let that steam drill beat me down, I'll die with this hammer in my hand, Lord, Lord. Die with this hammer in my hand. Well, the straw boss said to John Henry, I believe this tunnel's caving in. Well, John Henry, he laughed at the straw boss and said, it ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind, Lord, Lord. Ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. Mr. Peabody called for a measure. He brought out a tape so fine. John Henry's doing 14 feet, and the steam drill was only doing 9, Lord, Lord. The steam drill was only doing 9. Well, John Henry drove into the mountains. His hammer was striking fire. Well, he drove so hard, he broke his poor heart. And he laid down his hammer and he died, Lord. Laid down his hammer and he died. So much for technology, huh? Well, they took John Henry to the graveyard and they buried him in the sand. Oh, and every locomotive that comes rolling by, conductor says, here lies a steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Here lies a steel driving man. Here lies a steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Here lies a steel driving man. Here lies a steel driving man. Now there's a corollary to that. You ready? When Freddie Davis was a little baby, he was sitting on his daddy's knee. Well, he picked up a scalpel and a little piece of skin. He said, this scalpel's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. This scalpel's gonna be the death of me. You gotta find humor in everything, right, folks? So I want to switch gears here for you a minute, because we're sitting here in the shadow, literally, of Tolly, the locomotive, back here, and you know, I could have named this concert, by the way, which is my very first concert I've ever done, most likely my last, and and I could have named it. Horses, planes, trains, and automobiles. And so, but this has got to be about railroads. Now, there's a railroad in Texas, and a train that goes by this prison every night. And the folklore about this train is, if you're a prisoner in this jail in Texas, and the headlight of this locomotive shines through your cell onto your face, then next day you're going to be freed, okay? Of course, it never does, but that's the myth, all right, the story that goes around. And this song is called The Midnight Special. Do we have any sheriffs here or ex-sheriffs? Or I was kind of hoping that Sheriff Byrd would show up, but he was chicken. Anyway. Hey, 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 look yonder. Oh, what's that I see? Is that the midnight special? With its light on me, let the midnight special shining light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. If you go down to Houston, oh, you better not fight. You better not gamble. Oh, you better walk right, 'cause Sheriff Johnstone will arrest you and he'll take you down. And you can bet your bottom dollar that your jailhouse bound let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Well, you wake up in the morning, you hear the ding-dong ring. You walk into the table, you see the same damn thing on the table is a plate, oh, a fork and a pan, and you say anything about it, you're in trouble with the man who let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. But I think we need to go to a different part of America now. We need to go down where the blues are the blues, and New Orleans has claimed an awful lot of folks, right? This is actually an old Chris Christopherson song. And Janis Joplin, may she rest in peace, kind of made it famous, but it's really a Chris Christopherson song. Flat in Baton Rouge and heading for the train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Baba thumbed a diesel down just before it rained, took us all the way to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out from my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Baba sang blues. That windshield wiper slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang up every song the driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang those blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, everything I've done. Every night she kept me from the cold. Somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. And I trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang those blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. Da da na 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 na, da na na, da na 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 na, yeah yeah, da na 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 na, da na 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 na. I love Bobby McGee, yeah. And somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. And I'll trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing left was all she left for me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang those blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me. Bobby McGee. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Thank you very much. Okay. This is the controversial part of the program. I'm sorry. We're going to do sex education. Well, it's a doctor. I mean, I can do that. Janice, are we allowed to do it? Yeah, Janice says, well, it's up to you. You know? Everything I learned about sex, I learned from my mother. And everything I learned from my mother was a song she had me listen to by a guy named Harry Belafonte. Anybody ever? Am I too old? You've all heard of Harry, right? Let's try this in a little harmony to it. I've kept it off the whole time, Paul. Okay. When I was a lad, just 3'3", certain questions occurred to me, so I asked my father quite seriously to tell me the story about the bird and the bee. He stammered and he stuttered pathetically, and this is what he said to me. Oh, the man piaban, the woman piaban, the ton call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, gully root, belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. It was clear as mud, but it covered the ground. Confusion made my head spin round. I went to see a good friend of mine, known to the world as Albert Einstein. He said, from the beginning of time and creativity, there existed a force of relativity, where pi r squared and a -10 is a root used only when the solar system in 1 light year can make the Haydn planetarium disappear. So if Mount Everest doesn't move, I am positive that it will prove that the man piaban, the woman piaban, the ton call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, gully root, belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. But it was clear as mud, but it covered the ground. Confusion made my head spin round. I got on a boat and went abroad to find myself a man named Sigmund Freud. He said, from your sad face, remove the grouch, put the body up on the couch. I can see from your frustration a neurotic sublimation. Hey! Love and hate are psychosomatic. Your Rorschach shows that you're a peripatetic. It all started in a broken sibling, in the words of the famous Rudyard Kipling. Oh, the man piaban, the woman piaban, the ton call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, gully root, belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. Well, it's clear as mud, but it covered the ground. Confusion made my head turn round. All the great men upon this earth have confused me since my birth. I've traveled far and I've traveled wide. I don't even have myself a bride. I don't know how this works. It confuses me since my birth. I've been over land and over sea, trying to find the answer about the bird and bee. But now that I am 73, I don't give a damn, you see. If the man piaban, the woman piaban, the ton call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, gully root, the belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. Now that makes it all clear, doesn't it? Well, I sort of learned how to play the guitar in the era of a songwriter by the name of Gordon Lightfoot. So I would be remiss if I didn't. Can I call my in tune? in the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, there's no place to go. Out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. But I'm stuck here on the ground, where the cold wind blows, where the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. There she goes again, my friend, she'll be rolling out at last. Hear the mighty engine roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours time. This old airport's got me down, it ain't no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I must be on my way. Whoa, 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 in the early morning rain. Thank you, I appreciate that. Lightfoot wrote a song, the only song that I know that he wrote that reminds me of the Northwest, because he's from Toronto, Canada. Anybody here from Toronto, Canada? Do I see any? Toronto. Oh, one guy raised his hand over there. Oh, you're from Toronto, sir. That's my best friend, David. I just had to put him there. It's called 16 Miles, and just the words of this song just remind me of a place called Winthrop, Washington, where it could actually be your show, and I think you'll see why. Early in the morning, when the dew is on each and every rosebud, you will find me gone. So knock me down and pick me up and knock me down again. Break my heart and steal my gold and slander my good name. 16 miles to 7 lakes, way out in the pines, in some hidden valley where the twirling river twines, where the fish swim up and down in the sparkling waterfalls, where the thunder rolls and the lonely puma calls. 7 lonely hours on a morning train, taking me from a place where I won't come again. 7 lonely Pullmans speeding down the line, taking me away from an old love of mine. Somewhere on the mountain I'll take another name, rid my mind of memories and start my life again. Somewhere in the wilderness I'll build a cabin small, and I'll forget so I won't remember you at all. Early in the morning when the dew is on each and every rosebud, you will find me gone. So knock me down and pick me up and knock me down again. Take my gold, slander my good name. Miles to 7 lakes way out in the pine. I think that's kind of nice. I went down to old Joe's barroom on the corner by the square. They were serving those drinks as usual, and the usual folks was there. On my left was old Joe McGidry. His eyes were a bloodshot red. He turned around to the people, and these were the words he said. I went down to the St. James Infirmary. Notice it's not Mason General. And I saw my sweet baby there. She was laid out on a cold white table. So young, so sweet, so fair. Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over, but she'll never find a man like me. Get 16 cold black horses hitched up to a rubber-tired hack. There was 7 women going to the graveyard, and only 6 are coming back. Now when I die, please bury me in my high-top Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so the boys will know I died standing pat. Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over, but she'll never find a man like me. Now get 6 crap shooters to be my pallbearers, 3 pretty women to sing me a song. Put a jazz band on my hearse wagon and raise hell as you carry me along. Now you've heard my story. Let's have another shot of booze. And if anyone should ask about me, I got the St. Pete's Infirmary blues. The St. James Infirmary blues. Sorry about that. The St. James Infirmary blues. That's a Louis Armstrong song, obviously.